In this video, we'll pick up where we left off on the last one. We have the points negative a plus 1, comma b minus 1, and a plus 1, comma negative b. We're looking for the slope of the line that passes through those points. So we plugged in those values into our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we're just about to simplify the numerator to get negative 2b plus 1, and the denominator we will get a plus 1 plus a minus 1. So we're just going to end up with 2a in the denominator. Work through that, all the details of that on your own to make sure you come up with that answer there. Okay, so that does it for problems 6, 8, and 10. And I will scroll down and we'll begin to work on problem 12. You can always rewind in these videos and go back to watch something over again that you may have missed or didn't understand. Okay, in problem number 12, we're told that we're given the equation 2x plus 3y equals 4, and we want to answer the following questions. A. Is the slope of the line described by this equation positive or negative? In order to tell whether we have a positive or negative slope, we start with this linear equation, which is in what is called standard form. That is when the x's and y's are both on the same side of the equation, and the coefficients, the numbers in front of x, is positive, and none of the coefficients are fractions. They're all whole numbers or integers. So we start with it like that. What we need to do is we need to solve for y. So I'm going to begin by subtracting 2x from both sides, and that gives me 3y. And on the other side of the equation, I'm going to put the x term first and write it negative 2x plus 4. And we'll see why in just a minute. Now to get the y by itself, I still need to divide by 3. And I have to divide every term on the right side by 3 also. So that's negative 2x over 3 plus 4/3. Now hopefully you're comfortable with the fact that negative 2x divided by 3 can also be written as negative 2 over 3 times x plus 4/3. Now the reason I want to write it that way is because that leads us to our next formula, which is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And so when an equation is written in this form, y equals something times x plus or minus something else, right away we can tell what the slope of that line is by looking at the number that's multiplied times x. So in this case, that's negative 2 over 3, or negative 2/3. That says when x goes up by 1 unit, y is going to go down by 2/3 of a unit. And so we can answer question A, which says, is the slope of the line described by this equation positive or negative? We say that it is negative. Part B says, as x increases in value, does y increase or decrease? Well, when the slope is negative, it means y decreases as x increases. Or y goes down. When the slope is negative, y goes down when x increases. And those two things are synonymous. When the slope is negative, y will decrease when x increases. If y decreases when x increases, then the slope will also be negative. So what the slope tells us is that when x increases by 1 unit, y will go down by 2/3 units. For part C, it says if x decreases by 2 units, what is the corresponding change in y? So if x increases, y goes down. Kind of like the line that I have drawn on the left and the bottom there. As x goes to the right, y goes down. Well, what happens if y goes to the left? As x goes to the left, rather, x decreases, then y is going to go up. Y is going to increase. So with a negative slope, when x decreases, y increases. When x moves to the left, y goes up. And for every 1 unit x moves to the left, y is going to go up by 2/3. So for 2 units change, y will go up by 4/3.